slides here, and I'll be sharing that with all of you, is the number of cybercrime is only going to multiply, whether you are using a mobile phone, your social media platforms, your emails, or any device on the face of earth which is connected to internet. It is prone to be hacked. It is prone to be attacked by somebody who wants to leverage your data, your bank balance, or your currency, whether it's in a crypto format or in the legitimate government format. So with that, I am Dominic Karunedas I. I'm the founder and chief technology officer of the Offensive Defense. The Offensive Defense is an international cybersecurity certification, and we'll also be soon launching an international blockchain certification. I've been into this space for over 20 plus years, as mentioned in my introduction. My early days started when I was 14, 15 years old, maybe even 13, helping the Mumbai police solve cybercrime several years back. And from there to where we are right now, the market is filled with empty space for talented individuals. Every company that I talk to, every CEO, CFO, CTO, senior military officials, government, police, everywhere they want great talent. Youngsters, a lot of them are looking for a job, but they don't have a talent, they don't have a skill. You will easily get a great, well paying job if you have a skill, right? And skill is something that you will have to invest your time, energy, interest, focus, and build on it. And the rest, the market is filled with opportunity. I'm getting so many requirements from various companies, but unfortunately, we are not able to find the right amount of skills to place them. So with that, I will go to my first slide. Can you see the slide change? Can somebody confirm, please?
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay, awesome. Great. Thank you. So the reason I specifically added this slide in my PPT today is because I'm assuming that a lot of you are based in Pune or within Maharashtra. And I don't know if anybody have heard of this thing that happened with Cosmos Bank. 94 crores was transferred from Cosmos Bank illegally. And what happened thereafter is something that I will leave to all of you to do your research. What is also worth reading for all of my young friends here is, out of the 94 crores, please read and find out how many was the government able to recover. It is not even a drop, because once the money is gone, then getting it back is a completely different story. As the Hindustan Times clip that I mentioned here, out of 94 crore, 5.7 crore was something that was recovered. And where is the rest? I don't know if you have a bank account in this bank or any bank for that matter, your friends, family, parents. But with what confidence are we keeping our money, knowing, or do we even ask these banks that what are the cybersecurity precautions you are taking? Is my money safe in your entity? So this slide I specifically wanted to keep because this is a very big case study and there is hardly any interaction, debate, discussion happening in the media. So I thought I should share this. Those who want to do further reading on this or want to reach out to me, more than happy to engage on that. Going to the next slide. In the world of cybersecurity, I'm extremely old because most of you in your 20s spend more time on social media than on anything else. This slide is also 2 years old, which says that what happens 1 minute of the day on the internet, right? How many searches happen? How many IDs are created, right? Post-COVID lockdown, the numbers of tenfold increase, maybe even more. Getting the appropriate data in India is a challenge, but these are open source information. Please analyze the number of hours you spend online with various gadgets and platforms as compared to offline, right? This is a data that you should keep in mind. And if you're spending a lot of time in these platforms, what is the guarantee that you are safe, you're secure, your privacy is not invaded by somebody? Now, coming back to the world of internet, what we all call an internet and what we are all interacting with, including the conversation that we are having right now, is what is that forms surface web, which is publicly available websites, search engines. A lot of search engines that we use it on the surface web. But the real game, if I may say 90% or so, is with deep web and dark web. That's where the real game is played. Some of the world's best cyber criminals, where I will talk to you on that following slide, is all operated within the deep web and dark web. Now, the first question that youngsters will ask me is, how do I access to this? Well, access to this is absolutely possible, but for that, you need to know how to guard yourself, protect yourself first before you want to explore these platforms. This is a real life screenshot of dark web. The reason I have shared this with you is to share and tell you everything on the face of earth that you ask for is available for a price. From weapon to fake to a genuine fake ID cards, driving licenses, drugs. You ask for it, it will be home delivered to you. The transaction happens entirely in cryptocurrencies or bitcoins or any other format, and it's given to you. Some of the largest drug supply network in India, and some of them were caught recently by various state police, who were supplying drugs to school and college kids. It came out through various investigation that the transaction entirely happened in the dark web. The kids were using credit card, debit card of their parents, and their parents are completely clueless. They don't even know what dark web is all about, right? How many of us want to continue a life where we are unaware? It's impossible to have a life without internet. So, if it's impossible to have a life without internet, I'm sure we should all know what is a set of things I should do, or I should ask my parents, my brother, my sister, my friends to take care of basic best practices steps to keep ourselves guarded and protected. However, for the same reason, if somebody wants to build a great career on this, this is an absolutely awesome opportunity. India is currently running short of more than 50 lakh trained cybersecurity professionals. This is a very important slide that tells you what is the damage, the cost that globally people pay in terms of rupees. Okay, and this number is from 2021. So I'm sure you understand that the number as of mid of 2023 is much higher. Now, the next few slides I'll run through a little fast because it's a little technical, geopolitical nature. India as a country is positioned in such a way that have a lot of neighbors, and even those who are far in distance through internet are trying various methodologies to seek access to various control systems or CII, critical information infrastructure. If a lot of people who are regular with newspaper, you must have heard that recently in December 22 there was a major cyber attack on AIMS hospital here in Delhi, right? A lot of people were not able to access their requirements, including the VIPs. Some say it is Chinese, some say somebody else. There is no much information outside. 1.3 TB data were encrypted, and the best brains in AIMS were unable to access that encrypted data and get systems normalized. The demand was for 200 crores in cryptocurrency. Right. Similarly, during lockdown, I don't know if you are aware of, there was a major power supply breakdown in Mumbai. It is believed that probably the Chinese were involved in it. A group that was part of the Tata Power Network. Tata Power Network and the Tata Group were unable to get the system back in time. Right? If a private sector of Tata nature, can you imagine the kind of opportunities that you guys can have if you are rightly skilled and placed there? You will be the last line of support that the CEO or the chairman of a large group will come and urge you, help us out, right? And the beauty of cybersecurity as a job is it's also directly linked with the national security and well-being of the data within the country. These are some other examples. There were similar cyber attacks in Ladakh, in a lot of other power grid networks. In my opinion, these attacks are testing that the adversaries are testing if the systems, the servers, the websites, the financial institutions, is the network secure, or can we penetrate and do what we feel like? UIDAI is commonly known as Aadhaar. There have been multiple instances where you have heard of Aadhaar data leakage. I'll just skip some of this because it's now this slide quickly is, I'm sure all of you understand the importance of cybersecurity, but I want to put some numbers into the world of cybersecurity. McKinsey, the world's #1 consulting enterprise, says that 2.3 trillion is what flows in the internet. US Bureau of Statistics, 2023, 1 million cybersecurity jobs across the country. In US, these are US numbers. Accenture, 125% increase expected. Verizon, 77% organization are expecting increase in cybersecurity budget. More budget means they want to hire more resources to pay a very good salary. The reason I'm putting this number is even after having a budget, they are not getting great resources because resources will be based on skill, not necessarily a piece of paper called a degree. Your job, your growth is completely based on skill. Please look at the 2025 crime. Cybercrime is expected to cost the world 10.5 trillion annually. India alone is looking at 1.5 million jobs by 25. As mentioned, we are running, there are tremendous jobs. Skill power is a challenge. So any youngster or current working professional who is willing to invest time, energy, focus, and build a skill, job is not a problem at all. This screenshot, again, I want to give some real life screenshot from Mint newspaper, News 18, of the skill shortage that is currently we are all going through. And this shortage will further increase because more and more systems are coming into internet domain, and a lot of people are facing more and more cyber attack issues. This is a screenshot to share with you of how you would grow in the world of cybersecurity. And the ultimate aim for somebody who is hardcore into cybersecurity is to become a chief information security officer. That is the cyber data specialist on the top. They may have multiple deputy CISOs, right? But the career will start with security administrator, penetration tester, ethical hacker, security analyst. The work almost will be similar here and there, depending on company profile, depending on what they do, and depending on how technical you are or technical plus management you are, your job profile will change a little bit. Incident responser. Responsers are those specialist area where there is an incident and suddenly you will be the point person to know, okay, what are the next 5, 10, 20, 30 things I need to do to protect the data of my company, my organization, rescue the data, and then go to the next step depending on a lot of compliances, regulatory bodies. If you're in insurance, they have a different compliances. If you're into stock market, then SEBI will have their own rules. If the company has a lot of transaction with US, then the equivalent of SEBI of India in US is called SEC. They will have a bunch of rules and regulations. So you will be aware of all of that. You will become the point of contact to rescue the company from the cyber incident and also generate reports. Now here I want to share a point. A lot of very amazing technical talent who are technically very good, great engineers. Unfortunately, they are poor with their communication, both verbal communication and written communication. You may be great technically, but you also have to communicate that to the HR resource, to your manager, to your colleague of what that thing is all about. If your communication is poor, Even if you are brilliant, how will you articulate what you know? To know what you know, you have to talk to people, both in written format and also in speaking. So please also focus on communication skills, which is also covered in our program. We're the only program currently in the world where we give a lot of focus on communication. We have built a parallel program with Harvard Business School, and we have taken a lot of information so that youngsters who want to build a career in cybersecurity and or blockchain will have all the tools within their withal to take care of it. And we're always there to handhold, support you, and give you new openings. This is already something that I have mentioned. The 2 points I want to mention here is India produces 1.5 million engineering graduates every year. And most of them, in the end, they say, I am jobless. Why? In 4 years of engineering, what is the skill you learned? What is the power of communication skills? The CEOs I speak to, they say, we have a lot of openings. We have jobs. But training a skilled person again from engineering college, the company has to spend another 6 months to 9 months in grooming them. And that is something that a lot of companies are scared of, right? So you can really save time, money, energy by investing on yourself, building a new skill, so that you can tell the company, sir, I'm already skilled. Take me, I'm ready for the job. You don't have to invest further in me. Some other things beyond communication and technical skill, you should be willing to work with diverse group of people from India, from abroad, because people are sitting in different part of the world. You should be able to communicate things properly. Be a team member. Learn to be a great team member, contribute, grow together. Ability to solve complex problems under tremendous pressure. Let me give you a real life example here. There was a major incident in Pune from a number one software development company. This happened during lockdown. We were called up in lockdown. Somehow they managed to get us to Pune data center. We were sitting there, and there was tremendous pressure on us from the management, from the board, that solve this problem, solve this problem. But we were cool. We helped them understand. We made them sit with us. We walked them through the process, and in 5 days, we identified the person who did the cyber attack, and you'll be amazed to know that person was the employee of the company. From inside the organization, that person was stealing data, which again comes to share another point that with you, that 80% of hacks happen from within the organization and not necessarily outside. So the rest of the points I've already mentioned: ability to communicate clearly, proactiveness, willingness to learn and grow, be enthusiastic, be helpful, follow the company processes, ability to work through diversity, always be open to reskilling and upskilling yourself, because the world of software, IT, every few days, months, technology changes. You need to keep yourself up to mark, and then that's it. These are numbers that I've already shared with you, will not repeat again. Build a career with strong foundation. We are the only people right now in the region who have partnered with Southern University of New York. It's called as SUNY. So the program that you do through us, called Offensive Defense Certified Professional, you will also get an additional certificate from SUNY, diploma in cybersecurity from SUNY. You will be taught and groomed on communication, and we will handhold you, support you in interviews. These are some of the points. I'll skip on it. If there are any questions, happy to take it. Otherwise, this is the brochure. Please log into our website, offensivedefense.com, theoffensivedefense.com, and download this brochure. And if there is anything further that I can help you with, please ask me questions. All our contact details, our email ID is mentioned on the website itself. And beyond that, I will stop my presentation right now so that we can take more questions.
Thank you very much for the presentation. Now, I request the audience, whoever is attending, if they have any queries, they can ask. regarding the career prospects or the courses related to the cybersecurity. Anyone? Uh,
Ma'am, you can share my email ID, not my phone number, but my email ID. And if there is anybody who wants to reach out to us directly, somebody has raised the hand.
yeah, someone wants to ask. Please go ahead,
Varsha?
Varsha. Yeah.
So, hello, sir. It was
Yeah.
a nice presentation, sir. Thank you so much. Sir, my question is that any person who is not having the background of computer science can work with you?
So, Varsha, amazing question. And a couple of things for you. Some of the world's greatest hackers are school dropouts. You were at least in college. So, cybersecurity or software has nothing to do with your background. Nothing. The only
Okay.
thing that matters is, are you truly interested in learning and building a great career? Right? Career also is later. Are you willing to invest time and energy in learning this skill through? It has nothing to do with whether you are a BA, BCom, BSc, mechanical engineer, instrumentation engineer, biomedical engineer. It doesn't matter. What matters is, am I interested to do this? Even the companies don't bother what your background is. What the company checks is, do you have the skill? And in your case, you will at least be a graduate, right? I'm guessing
Yes,
that.
sir. Yes,
I'm
sir.
guessing.
Yes.
So at least you will be a graduate. Along with graduation, you will have the certification, and that's it. You are skilled.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
And also, I am somebody who very strongly supports women in cybersecurity. The way a woman can think, men cannot think. They have a completely different knack in problem solving. So we would love to have somebody like you and many like you, our friends, to clutter the market of cybersecurity and bring leadership positions.
There is another question from Yashraj. What is insider attack?
Yeah, you are in MI, you are in DY Patil and you hack DY Patil. So you are an insider who is hacking DY Patil.
So,
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, being from a computer science background and to deep dive into cybersecurity, what is an adequate amount of coding or programming required to be in this field rather than the scripting thing?
Cybersecurity penetration testing, vulnerability assessment, and other things is not much dependent on coding. If you want to build a career hardcore on coding, then what you should explore is a secure coding platform. But beyond that, if you have the skill and the knack to just read scripts to understand if the script is a malware, a Trojan horse, a virus, or something else, is the skill that you need. Beyond that, cybersecurity specialists need not be a super expert coder. If you have coding skill, it's a very big plus. But that alone is not a mandated thing, because a lot of things in penetration testing, vulnerability assessment is done through various tools and processes. But if you have great coding skill and if that is your interest, then it's a definite plus, especially with regards to Python and related things.
Sure, sir. Thank you so much.
Awesome.
so another question is, does the course contain practical labs?
Okay, awesome. Our program, the reason I started this enterprise is to focus on 80 to 85% practicals and 15 to 20% theory. We are the only people right now in the region who have a simulator, a cyber range, where you will get the username, password, and 24 by 7, that cyber range access is with you. I have more than 1,500 hours of labs. You have to practice unlimited number of times. If you fail, you do the same thing again and again till the time you are not successful. That is a major difference between us and anybody else in the market. The very reason I started this is to have a simulator where all the simulations are inside. The learners log in, they follow the practice, get a mastery on that, and then go to the next level. So yes, everything is focused on practical 80%. You do not need certification called CEH or CISSP, CompTIA Plus currently for job opportunities. If you have that certification, great, but none of them is going to handhold you and seek for a job, right? Here we are physically here who will teach you things. Our syllabus is beyond all this certification that you mentioned. I studied the market for the past 20 years and built the entire curriculum. You can download the brochure, you will get the details of the curriculum, or you can call and speak to our counselor. The numbers are on the website. They'll walk you through.
And so they are having certain questions regarding the fees. So I request you, can you go through the brochure and just tell them about the courses and what are the fees quickly?
Let me walk through the brochure. Can you see the screen?
Yes, yes.
Okay, there are several programs on our website. Every program have a dedicated brochure, but I'm walking through one program which is one of the flagship program for career in cybersecurity. It is called Offensive Defense Certified Professional Blue. The reason it is blue is because it's defensive nature to get a job in the corporate. There is something that will be launching called Offensive that is focused on bug bounty, that is focused on a little for offensive sort of a thing, but that we'll see separate. Along with the certification, you get diploma in cybersecurity from State University of New York, SUNY, and that exam is an online exam, a 1 hour exam. After you study things, you just clear it off. The certificate will land in your inbox. Those who are willing to go abroad to US for higher studies, having a diploma in cybersecurity from SUNY will further help you earn more credits there. So if you get a benefit of around 9 to 12 credits, so you don't have to cover that when you're in US if you go to US for higher studies. So I'll quickly run through this. It's a long brochure. You can download and see it. Just a second. Job vacancies across the globe for cyber professionals, which I mentioned earlier. This is some of the domain in CRISP that we have mentioned: cybersecurity essentials and fundamentals, security and risk management, where we cover forensics, incident handling, response architecture, GRC, governance, risk and compliance, understanding risk, security operation, and SOC. So SOC is a security operation center. It's a command center where you will sit at L1 level, which is the entry level. Your organization can see all the cyber attacks coming on the screen, and you, along with your colleagues and batchmates sitting next to you, will resolve problems one by one. Okay, it depends on which organization that you are in. Depending on the nature of work will change a little bit. If you're in consulting, if you're in banking, if you're in insurance, if you're in healthcare, the job profile will change a little bit. Otherwise, overall, SOC is a room where you sit and you try to resolve issues. Linux is very critical in the world of cybersecurity and hacking. So there will be introduction to Linux. A lot of other things that you are seeing, that PCAP, all those things are tools. So we walk you through various important tools. Threat hunting a threat and then resolving it. And that is where a lot of Linux will come. Your password cracking will come. Web application exploit challenges will come. Threat modeling, password spraying. These are just some of the things I'm telling you randomly. You can go through this in detail. Suricata is another tool that we will walk you through. This is a part where I told you about the soft skill, right? You will learn how to lead in a team, how to be a team member, career management, conflict management, emotional intelligence. And this is a Harvard curated world-class content. If you were to buy this yourself, it will cost around $25,000 each from Harvard. We have a long-term partnership with them, hence we are getting a special price. You will be given the opportunity for one-on-one mentoring and interview preparation, placement support through our team members, and an opportunity to be a cyber apprenticeship in some organization where you will start doing practical work and earn a little bit of token money from the organization. And once you're good, they offer you a great job because they want a great talent on their side. Why you should join? Please read. The entire program is for 9 months, and the fee, we also have EMI option for 6 months and 9 months, and 18% is GST tax. So including the GST, the tax, it is 1,55,000 rupees. Those of you who can enroll in next 1 week, I can give 10% discount. So you please reach out to us, and if you are willing to, and also let us know if you want an EMI option. We'll connect you with the right team members, offer the EMI option, and then give you the username access to Hacker Central. Hacker Central is our community of all the hackers and learners, where we give you access to the simulator, and you can start the journey with us. So this is the quick running of the brochure.
So Yashraj was asking you about the insider attack. He has some questions which he is not clear with. Yashraj, either you can speak out and explain your question properly.
Sorry, I was not asking the question. He was saying about the software development company which faced an insider attack. I was just specifying it.
Okay, any other questions? Okay, you can contact me later on if you have any other questions, or if you are interested to enroll into the courses. If there are no other questions, then let us thank Dominic for his precious time and for the presentation, and all the listeners also. Thank you very much for being today for
Thank
the
you so
webinar.
much. All the very best. And I hope to see a lot of you building a great career in cybersecurity. Thank you so much for the
Thank you so
opportunity,
much.
ma'am.
Have a good evening.
Thank you.